Hi everyone, and welcome to our weekly story time with Miss Carol this week. I work at the Waverly branch and I have a really fun classic story for you this week. I know it's been really cold, so story time will be a great thing to do and the activity that goes with it. But I hope when you do go outside, you've got your nice warm coat and your hat and your mittens to keep your fingers warm. I think that's all I have to tell you right now. So let's go ahead with our friends. Okay, and here's our friend, Baby Shark. So, for those of you at home, get your sharks ready and do the actions and sing along with me. Baby shark do-do-do-do-do. Baby shark do-do-do-do-do. Baby shark do-do-do-do-do. Baby shark. Now we get Mama shark do-do-do-do-do. Mama shark do-do-do-do-do. Mama shark do-do-do-do-do. Mama shark. And you know who's next, right? Oh, here he comes. Daddy shark do-do-do-do-do. Daddy shark do-do-do-do-do. Daddy shark do-do-do-do-do. Daddy shark. And we have Grandpa Shark, do-do-do-do-do. Grandpa Shark, do-do-do-do-do. Grandpa Shark, do-do-do-do-do. Grandpa Shark. And last but not least, our sweet sunny, Grandma Shark, do-do-do-do-do. Grandma Shark, do-do-do-do-do. Grandma Shark, do-do-do-do-do. Grandma Shark. And then Daddy says, let's go hunt do-do-do-do-do. Let's go hunt do-do-do-do-do. Let's go hunt do-do-do-do-do. Let's go hunt. Ah! And the little fish say, swim away do-do-do-do-do. Swim away do-do-do-do-do. Swim away do-do-do-do-do. Swim away. Woo! And they're all safe. Safe at last do-do-do-do-do. Safe at last do-do-do-do-do. Safe at last do-do-do-do-do. Safe at last. Woo! That's the end do-do-do-do. That's the end do-do-do-do. That's the end do-do-do-do. That's the end. Our story for this week is called The Mitten, and it is adapted and illustrated by Jan Brett. And it is read to you with permission of G.P. Putnam's Sons, which is a division of Penguin Publishing. Now, this story is adapted by Jan Brett, which is a new word for you. And it is adapted by her. That just means that it is actually a very old folk tale. It happens to be a Ukrainian folk tale. And this is her version of it. Sometimes folk tales aren't written down and they're just passed down from one person telling it to another. So everybody has a little bit of their own take on the story. And this is our version of The Mitten. Okay, so here on the opening page, we have some drawings of a little boy. And in this one, oh, he's looking out the window and he looks really happy to see all the snow. So let's find out what happens. Now I see an older woman that's a spinning wheel, and so she's making yarn. Once there was a boy named Nicky who wanted his new mittens made from wool, white as snow. Oh, over here it looks like maybe the grandma is getting out her wool now that she's taken the wool from the sheep and spun it and turned it into yarn. Now she can make something with it. At first, his grandmother, Baba, did not want to knit white mittens. "If you drop one in the snow," she warned, "you'll never find it." But Nicky wanted snow white mittens, and finally Baba made them for him. What do you think is going to happen? After she finished, she said, "When you come home, first I will look and see if you are safe and sound. But then I will look to see if you still have your snow white mittens." So off Nicky went. And it wasn't long until one of his mittens dropped in the snow and was left behind. She's right, it's really hard to see, but can you see where his mitten is? And there it looks like Baba is feeding some geese. Look all around and see if you can find the mitten. Oh, over here on this side, Nicky is walking on a log and I see a bunny hiding in it. A mole, so tired from tunneling along, discovered the mitten and burrowed inside. It was cozy and warm and just the right size. So he decided to stay. There's that rabbit running away. Look close and see if you can see where the mole is getting into the mitten. A snowshoe rabbit came hopping by. He stopped for a moment to admire his winter coat. It was then that he saw the mitten, and he wiggled in, feet first. The mole didn't think there was room for both of them, but when he saw the rabbit's big kickers, his feet, he moved over. That mitten is really full. I wonder what's going to happen next. Next, a hedgehog came snuffling along. Having spent the day looking under wet leaves for things to eat, he decided to move into the mitten and warm himself. The mole and the rabbit were bumped and jostled, but not being ones to argue with someone covered with prickles, they made room. And you can see that the rabbit has kind of a surprised look on his face, like he doesn't know what to do or what's going to happen. But we can find out what's going to happen by turning the page. As soon as the hedgehog disappeared into the mitten, a big owl, attracted by all the commotion, swooped down. When he decided to move in also, the mole, the rabbit, and the hedgehog grumbled. They looked like they were pretty comfy in that mitten. But when they saw the owl's glinty talons, they quickly let him in. That means like the nails on his feet. Up through the snow appeared a badger. He eyed the mitten and began to climb in. The mole, the rabbit, the hedgehog, and the owl were not pleased. There was no room left, but when they saw his diggers, they gave him the thumb. And in case you didn't know, badgers tend to be very disagreeable and like to fight. I wonder who might come along next. It started snowing, but the animals were snug in the mitten. A waft of warm steam rose in the air, and a fox trotting by stopped to investigate. Just the sight of the cozy mitten made him feel drowsy. The fox poked his muzzle in. When the mole, the rabbit, the hedgehog, the owl, and the badger saw his shiny teeth, they gave the fox lots of room. Oh my, that mitten is getting huge. And you can see where the hedgehog's prickles are poking out through the mitten. Oh no. A great bear lumbered by. He spied the mitten all plumped up. Not being one to be left out in the cold, he began to nose his way in. The animals were packed in as tightly as could be. But what animal would argue with a bear? The mitten swelled and stretched. It pulled and bulged many times its size. But Baba's good knitting held fast. Oh, that poor mitten, I can't believe it's still okay. Along came a meadow mouse, no bigger than an acorn. She wiggled into the one space left and made herself comfortable on top of the great bear's nose. Oh my, I don't think that's a good place to sit. And they're all looking kind of squished and not very happy right now. Oh, Nicky is looking at the mitten that he still has in his belt. Oh no! The bear, tickled by the mouse's whiskers, gave an enormous sneeze. Ah! 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 Achoo! The force of the sneeze shot the mitten up into the sky and scattered the animals in all directions. This is a very funny picture. They're like in the air and upside down, and everything's just crazy here, all because of a little mouse. On his way home, Nicky saw a white shape in the distance. It was the lost mitten silhouetted against the blue sky. As he ran to catch his snow-white mitten, he saw Baba's face in the window. First, she looked to see if he was safe and sound, and then she saw that he still had his new mittens. Good thing he found that mitten. I wonder what the animals will do to stay warm now. Baba's looking at the mittens, but she doesn't quite understand why one of the mittens is so big. And that is our story of the mitten. I hope you've enjoyed it. Okay, so before we move on to the craft for this week, I did want to tell you that the library branches are back open for people to come inside again. Yay! You can come in and pick out your own books again. Now, there are some rules about it. The branches are still open the same hours that they were for curbside service. So those are kind of shortened hours. And I don't think we all have exactly the same hours, so check with your branch to find out. A mask covering your nose and your mouth is required the whole time you're in the library. And so you can't take it off once you come in. You can't wait till you get in to put it on. Put it on outside, and then you can go ahead and come on in. And we are asking that you try and limit your visit to an hour or less for right now, so that, you know, lots of people can come in and get their books that they want. And you will be able to use the computers again like in the past. And so when you come in to say hello, I have this very simple craft, but I thought it was really nice. It's a mitten to go with the story. And as you'll notice, there is a right mitten and a left mitten. And what you can do is color them. And then if you're allowed to use scissors, you can cut them out, or have an adult cut them out. And then, because there's a right and a left, you can also think of it as a front and a back. And what you can do is glue. And I would start about where the thumb is and go up and around, and then stop about where this braided looking part is. So only glue from here to about here, because you want the bottom open like a real mitten, so you can color the animals that found a warm place to sleep and put them in the mitten. Now, another idea is, if you want, you can color them, cut them out, and put them on craft sticks, and you can have stick puppets and make up your own story with the animals. But they are meant to cut out and slide into the mitten, and you can retell the story that way. And I do want to give special credit to janbrett.com, and that is spelled BRETT.com. The author of this story, because this actually came from her website. So these animals look just like in the book because she drew all of them. And you can pick these pages up at Monrovia, the main branch of the library, or at Waverly to do the craft for the week and say hello to us in person. Thanks, stay warm, and have a great week this week.